Hello and welcome back to a Pokemon Odyssey playthrough. Today we have ourselves a big challenge ahead of us because we have the second Stratum captain just in front of us over there. We do, thankfully, have ourselves a nice powerful Kingler on the team, which I'm hoping is going to be able to do a lot because it is, Water Steel typing, which is a very good typing. It does give us an immunity to the Sandstorm. However, it does have the drawback of being weak to ground against what is likely a ground-type Sand team. So we'll see how this goes. I think it'll be interesting. We definitely have some weaknesses. We have some rock weaknesses. We have some ground weaknesses. We have 3 ground weaknesses, for example. So we might need to change up the team. But for right now, I want to see how our team goes. At the moment, I'm thinking we lead with Lyra and Rana. I know. Who would have thought that I would use the 2 staples of the team so far that have been with us the longest? But my thinking is, as we're going to be fighting in double battles, I really like the strategy of just charming one side down until it's kind of useless, and then focusing the other side with 2 strong Pokemon, while one of their Pokemon does nothing. I like that strategy. I think that is really, really strong in double battles. Charm is a very good move, and I want to utilize it, because, to be honest, status is probably the best way for us to get through this. Lyra also has Lullaby. That one was much simpler to explain. I want to put them to sleep, because sleep is good. So we'll see how this goes. Plus, Bulldoze is also good to lower their speed, potentially, if there's something super fast. But obviously, this is first attempt. We'll see how this goes. If this goes badly, we can always go ahead and change things around as needed. But I want to try just charming one side down first and see how it goes. They look promising per Devero. Me? I look promising? Amy's group. She chose them. Maybe it's just faith in those fellas. I'm really curious to see what these kids in actions. Dage. Dage? Dage sounds so much more exotic. We're going with Dage. Speaking of which, here's the first one. I got here first. I get the challenge first. I would like if they challenged first so I could, know maybe what they lead with. That'd be cool. I hope Ethan and Robot, that's her actual name. Her name is Robot. Do some of the fights before me and give me, hints. That'd be kind of cool. Like a little bit of teamwork, perhaps? Now, come meet my bro. Oh, okay. Alright, I was just transformed. I thought the game had crashed. That feels a little bit unnecessary to move me 4 steps to the right, but So you're Amy's little sis, huh? Yeah, but how? Yo, name's Rockey. Rock types. Rock types would probably be better for us than ground types, but I imagine it'll be a mix. Captain of the second Stratum. Amy and Frey were my exploration partners. Whatever that says. She must have told you about me. Nope. Nope. No idea who you are. Sorry, bud. Guy called Rockey. You probably use rock types and have a sand team. That's all I got. So cool of you, Amy. Nope. Not even gonna try. Anyway, you're here for a challenge. Gusto. Let me know when you're ready for explosive battle. I should probably heal up first. Yes, I did it. I'm fast. Sorry, Ethan. Nope. Wrong. Got beaten, idiot. Told you. Victory? Impossible. I think it was pretty possible. Yeah. Guess we're gonna root for you. Okay, we're gonna heal up, because obviously we're gonna heal up. Why wouldn't we heal up? We want to be as healthy as possible. And we'll just kind of go into this with a pretty basic strategy. So, want to start? Yeah. Ianamo. Give me an N, give me a Y, give me an X. X. J.exe closed. Reopen it. Reopen it right now. I need that going the whole time I'm fighting, okay? It's there to motivate me. I need the motivation. But yeah, we'll see how the strategy goes. We'll see what the lead is as well. If they lead with 2 special attackers, obviously this is not the strategy we want to use. If there's 1 physical, Sand/Skarmory. They're both physical. Okay. Which is scarier? Sandslash, maybe? Sandslash might be scarier. Sandslash, I think, has a higher attack stat. Skarmory's attack stat isn't bad, but it's mostly into its physical defense. And to be honest, we do have Pokemon... we could just save Vika in the back, because Vika's not super useful for a lot of other things, but Vika would do well into Skarmory. We don't have special attackers on our team, other than Rana, which is unfortunate, if we're going to be seeing a lot like that, but we could charm Skarmory and try and go for a double sleep. It is ground types. I'm basically just worried about Skarmory going for, like, wing attack. Because that would hit Rana the hardest, I think. So I want to Charm Skarmory, and I'm going to Lullaby, and we're going to see how that goes. Bulldoze. Okay, that's fine. Lowering speed is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Especially if we get the Sleep Land. If we get the Sleep Land, we are in a good situation. I want the Sleep, ideally on Sand Slash. Skarmory will get weakened here. Steel Wing. Okay. That's fine. Into Lyra. That's fine. That's fine. Rocky Helmet damage is nice. Lullaby lands on someone at least. Possibly both? On Skarmory. Okay. Okay. That's fine. And on Sand Slash. Okay. Phenomenal start. That is really, really good. We could even throw Charm into Sand Slash if I really wanted to, but I'm thinking I Bulldoze into Sand Slash. Skarmory has leftovers. Okay, so I don't really want to damage the Skarmory yet. We're going to leave Skarmory on the side. That's best case scenario. We Charm Skarmory again, and I am going to just go for a Bulldoze, which will only hit the Sand Slash, but it will hit the Sand Slash for super effective damage, I think, and lower its speed, which is nice. As it did lower all of our speeds by 1, so that will help us get back on an even playing field. I might keep the Skarmory at -4, although it's going to be on the side the entire time. I'm just worried about a flying type move hitting Rana more than anything. I feel like that would be a problem. We could always go to Arbok and Intimidate as well. That would hit both, and Arbok probably isn't going to have as much use in this fight as a lot of others. Like, Rana could be really useful for, like, a quad-effective Giga Drain onto, like, a Rock Ground type. Because Rana's fast, right? I know Kingler can do that too, but Rana's fast is why I'm saying that, and then we could get back to full health. I might bring in Tia now. We have Fire Fang. These are both steel types. It's useful right now. Yeah, I'm bringing in Tia. I'm going to Intimidate both, and I am going to Bulldoze into the Sand Slash again. And we'll see how this goes. There's a nice Intimidate. So Skarmory's at -5. Skarmory should not be doing anything for the rest of this fight. We just need to be worried. That sucks. But in a way, I'm glad that went for my Pokemon that's not holding an item. So that was kind of lucky. But yeah, Bulldoze into Sand Slash will be nice. Skarmory stayed asleep again, which is huge. Tia should now hopefully outspeed as well, and maybe if Fire Fang just KOs the Sand Slash, that would be great. We will see. The Skarmory at this point, I feel like, is super crippled, and this strategy is somewhat working. We Fire Fang, and we Bulldoze. Knockoff. Actually outspeeds us. Wow, okay, that sucks. Even after the Bulldozes, it outspeeds us. Fire Fang gets the burn, but that's not relevant anymore. Steel Wing onto who? Hopefully Arbok? Okay, because Arbok was going to go down to Sandstorm anyway, so that's fine. And Sand Slash will go down to Bulldoze / burn. So now it's just, what do we bring out next? I don't want to bring out Rana, because Skarmory still exists and could have a flying move. We could go to Vika, but I want Vika to deal with the Skarmory eventually. Maybe we go to Lil Guy? I think I'm going to bring in Lil Guy. Lil Guy is more expendable, which sounds horrible, because I love Lairon, but it's true, and I don't know what's going to come out in place of this Sand Slash when it dies to burn. So I'd rather go to a thing that's more... or less useful, I should say. I tried to say a positive, and I couldn't. It's just less useful. Quagsire. Well, I wish I went to Rana so I could Giga Drain that. That would have been a nice Giga Drain target. We do have Brick Break, which will do okay damage, but it's not great. Probably going to be really thick. I'm going to Body Slam into it and Brick Break into it, and we'll see how this goes. Skarmory has Shift Gear. Okay. Good to know. Interesting. That makes me not sure whether I want to go ahead and charm the Sand Slash instead, so I know that its attack can't be, like, getting boosted back up. Sand Slash might be a better charm target at the start. We will have to see. Body Slam and Brick Break did not take Quagsire below half, which is tragic. I was really hoping the combination of those two moves would do a little bit more than that. But it didn't, unfortunately. I should probably be just using Lullaby again, really. That'd be ideal. I probably should have went for Lullaby that turn rather than Body Slam, thinking about it. Skarmory shift gears again. Okay, so Skarmory now outspeeds everything. Forever. Water Tackle! Hey, that's what my guy has. That's what my guy has. You can't have that. I'm gonna bring Rana back out here. I know it's a little bit silly now that it's super low health, but I mean, it's useful right now, I guess. It'll get us some health back. I guess there's still a Brick Break to go off as well. Yeah, it's kind of tragic. I wish I'd put that into the Skarmory instead, so we could have just, you know, saved the Giga Drain, but I didn't expect Water Tackle. I thought that'd just be another Bulldoze. So far, this seems somewhat doable, though. I mean, like, we've lost some Pokemon for sure, but our ace in the hole, Kingler, is still in the back. We are going to... I'm going to Phalanx Guard, actually, and I'm going to Giga Drain into Quagsire. I'm going to give Rana some defense. I feel like that will be nice. Especially against the Skarmory that's trying to set its... There's Wing Attack. Okay, right. Thankfully, no crit. The defense is useful there, because that's scary. Okay, Giga Drain's going to take out Quagsire. What is next on the left? Donphan. That's Giga Drainable. That is Giga Drainable. We're probably going to have to take another Wing Attack from Skarmory, which makes me think I should go for another Phalanx Guard so that we can make sure that we live it. I know I'm not getting attacks off with Lairon, but I mean, like, I'm not going to hit either of these for much damage anyway. In fact, this becomes a problem that I don't have special attackers when we're seeing these, you know, reasonably thick physical defense ads, but still. We'll go for the Phalanx Guard. This should let us live the Wing Attack, barring a crit. Very competitive fight right now, actually. Wing Attack goes into Lairon. And crits. Okay, well, okay. Hold on, let me just Matrix dodge that bullet. Giga Drain does half. Okay, that's fine. That's decent. High horsepower. Takes out little guy. Okay. 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 I'm gonna bring in Vika now. I want to start getting damage off onto this Skarmory, ideally, but I mean, like, I'm not 100% certain another Giga Drain KOs that Donphan, and that would be tragic if it didn't. I really want to make sure that Donphan goes down, but I also really want to start hitting this Skarmory. But I feel like that's silly. I think we Aerial Ace and we Giga Drain into Donphan. I feel like that's what we have to do. Shift Gear again. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like how much its attacks got back up. What's that now? Like -2? That's not... It's not great for us. Rocky Helmet on the Donphan. Okay. Okay. It's fine. That's fine. We get a little bit of Shell Bell recovery. We take out the Donphan. Another one goes down. I feel like, depending on what comes out next, we could get screwed. Because we have 2 Pokemon weak to Rock. If a Rock type comes out next, we could be in trouble. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that makes me think that we're going to be in trouble, for sure. That looks... If I say Dragon, am I dumb? It looks like Dragon Aerodactyl. Right? Giving me Flygon vibes for some reason. The problem is it Rock Dragon? And Volt Wings would be useless. Is it Dragon Flying? In which case Aerial Ace is what I want to go for. I don't know what type it is. So maybe I just go for Skarmory and I start taking out the Skarmory now. Although leaving that Aerodactyl to freely attack would be really dumb. Because I don't think Kingler's going to do well against it, actually. Which is a problem. Because we need Kingler. But also Skarmory can't... What moves have we seen on Skarmory? We've seen Steel Wing. We've seen Wing Attack. We've seen Shift Gear. Have we seen another move? Because I don't think Skarmory does anything to Kingler at the moment, which makes me feel a little bit more confident at keeping Kingler till last against this thing. I'm going to Volt Wings into Aerodactyl. We'll see. We'll see if it's still got the flying typing, and I guess I'm going to... Psybeam it? I guess Signal Beam would... But if it's flying... Psybeam should guaranteed be at least neutral, so I'm going to Psybeam it. Shift Gear again. Okay, it's now at like -1 on the Skarmory. The Skarmory is basically back at neutral, but with maxed speed. Rock Slide. Okay, that's bad. There's a crit onto Vika. Rana does have the defense boost still. Okay, Rana does live. Rana does live. This is still not good. This is still not good. I think there's still another Pokemon behind Aerodactyl, is there not? Or is it just Aerodactyl? If it's just Aerodactyl, we have a chance. If there's another Pokemon in the back, we're so screwed. Psybeam did, like, no damage as well, which makes me very worried. Very, very, very worried. Skarmory can now KO Rana with a Wing Attack at this point, I think. We have to Crab Hammer into Aerodactyl and hope that it's neutral. I'm really hoping that this is either still a Rock Flying type with a crazy appearance, or it's, you know, Rock Dragon. I just hope it's not Dragon Flying. If it's Dragon Flying, then we need to save Arbok until later because it has Ice Fang. Would be my solution to that, I guess. And we're going to Psybeam into it as well, just in case that doesn't KO. Wing Attack into... Okay. Into Crunch. That's fine. Rock Slide. Do we live this on Rana? Probably not, right? Rana avoids the attack. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. The amount of good luck... And a crit. Crab Hammer. Neutral. Okay. Crab Hammer is neutral. Was that the last Pokemon? No. There's a Nidoking. And Nidoking is a problem because it's going to have Bulldoze and it's going to be a problem. Or it's going to have a poison move like Poison Jab or Mega Horn. This is not good for Crunch. Crunch needs to Crab Hammer Nidoking. And you need to Psybeam Nidoking. Nidoking needs to die. There's a Wing Attack into Rana. Rana's dead. Yep. Yep, it's got its shift gears up. That is a problem. Nidoking has Earth Power. Okay. Kingler is dead. Right. We did see every single Pokemon at least, which is not a bad first attempt, okay? This is probably winnable. It might require some either luck or some different strategy. Maybe we try Charming Sandslap. Okay, I think giving Steel Wing to Vika is kind of nice. I don't think we're going to end up using Leer too much, so we'll get rid of Leer for now. Growl could be useful if something's like just on the cusp of KOing and I want to be a little bit safer. So we'll put Steel Wing on, just in case Vika ends up against Aerodactyl and dodges a Rock Slide or something, in case that situation happens. And let's give this some thought. Okay. Kingler does outspeed Lyra. Meaning we could try and have Kingler just go for a straight up KO on Sandslash. I don't know the damage that it can deal. But it didn't do too much saving it till the end there, because it dies to Nidoking. Nidoking has Earth Power, which is terrifying, by the way. Yeah, Kingler doesn't really do much at the end there. Like, it can deal with Skarmory really well. It should be able to deal with Sandslash fairly well as well. So maybe we lead with the Kingler this time instead. I still like the idea of putting something to sleep early, because that gives us turns to, you know, like set up with Rana and Charm stuff if we need to try and weaken one side. Or we can go ahead and maybe, you know, just KO the other side while something's asleep even, rather than just weakening the Skarmory. Maybe we just full throttle try and KO some Pokemon, with just Kingler hopefully surviving some stuff until... Probably until Nidoking comes out, because obviously Nidoking one-shots us, but if like Aerodactyl comes out or Quagsire or something like that, I feel like we're in a good spot with Kingler. As long as we don't see Nidoking, I feel like we're good to just keep Kingler on the field. And we should have Kingler try and be a little bit of our ace. I did say that I wanted Kingler to be our ace originally. So we're going to Crab Hammer Sandslash. Hopefully this is an Oko. It has a very high attack stat. It's Stab. It's a high base power move. Hopefully it's an Oko. If it isn't, we'll see if it ends up in Bulldoze range, I guess. But I would ideally like to KO the Sandslash and have a Lullaby land against both of the Pokemon, and then the new switch in from the Sandslash being one of those Pokemon. Bulldoze, okay, that's fine. How much damage? Oh my god, that's so much damage. That's so bad. Never mind, this is terrible. Holy, I did not expect that much damage. Does it KO though? It does KO. Okay, we got a crit, so I don't know if that KOs without the crit. That is the Pokemon down. Nidoking comes in. Put it to sleep. 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 Lyra. Lyra. Lyra, you have a real chance here. Lyra, put the Nidoking to sleep. I don't care about the Skarmory. The Skarmory can stage, put the Nidoking to sleep. Okay, that's the one I don't care about. Land it on the Nidoking. Oh. 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 Oh, I like that. That gets rid of a very scary Pokemon very early, actually. Okay. Scar move leftovers. Crabhammer will absolutely KO Nidoking. 100%. So I'm going to Crabhammer. We know that Lyra is slower. I could either Lullaby and try and put the Pokemon coming in to sleep, or I can Bulldoze and try and lower its speed. Or I could Body Slam and try and Paralyze and get some damage off on it. I thought Quagsire was going to come in. Because Quagsire came in first last time, but it didn't. Aerodactyl would likely be immune. Quagsire would get hit harder by Body Slam, and the Paralysis chance would be better than the lowering of speed. What else was there? What other Pokemon am I forgetting? I just did this fight. So, like, I just did this. Brain, hello? Skarmory, Sandslash, Nidoking, Aerodactyl. Oh my god. Quagsire. Did I say Quagsire already? I'm losing it. I'm body slamming. I don't know. It's gonna be Quagsire. That's all I can think of. Nidoking stays asleep. Good. It has to be asleep that turn. Skarmory's asleep. Yep, has to be asleep that turn. Crabhammer KOs Nidoking, right? Don't live. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The King of the Lead has been great so far. I like this. Donphan. That was it. That's the one I'm forgetting. Body Slam into Donphan could be really good if we get the Paralysis. Rocky Helmet sucks. We do survive the Sandstorm. Donphan probably outspeeds us, I would think. But I'm going to Crabhammer just in case. But I think it outspeeds us. None of this is great. I guess I'm going to Lullaby just on the off chance that Lyra somehow survives this turn. I don't think it will, but maybe Skarmory goes for an attack into Crunch. Crunch lives, and then Donphan high horsepowers Crunch. It's possible, so I'll Lullaby. I shot. Okay, well, never mind. That's fine, though. That's fine. I was kind of expecting that. Now, the question is, what do I bring in? Like, I want to bring in Rana, because I want Rana on the field when Quagsire comes out, because I want to Giga Drain it. However, Skarmory is the one that's about to attack, and we haven't weakened Skarmory yet. So Skarmory is actually still very threatening, because it still has a chance of setting up Shift Gears. So I kind of want to bring out Vika, so Vika can start doing some damage onto it. So I'm going to bring in Vika. I think Krabby should live this turn anyway, right? Because Skarmory's staying asleep. That's also great. That means we get a Crabhammer into Donphan. Nearly a KO. Nearly. Okay. That leaves me in an awkward spot of, do I attack? I guess if the Donphan is going to attack Vika, it's probably going to be with Ice Shard anyway, which I'm not going to be outspeeding. So I'd rather use Crunch's turn, just stomping the Donphan for baby damage. It can't miss is also what I'm thinking. So we'll just attack the Donphan, and I'm going to Volt Wings into Skarmory. Because I think Donphan's going to Ice Shard Vika. Vika will live, and Skarmory might take out Crunch. It's kind of just a guessing game. I also want some damage into Skarmory. It's going to wake up next turn. I think it has to, so we want damage on it. Doesn't go for the priority Ice Shard, actually. Interesting. Volt Wings is good damage, though. That is solid damage. I thought that was going to do, like, a third. Okay. Very solid damage. Wing attack into Crunch. Okay. That's a little bit annoying, because it does mean that, you know, we don't get to KO the Donphan. I'm scared that Donphan didn't go for Ice Shard, so now I don't know what it's going for. I want to keep Tia around so it can Ice Fang the Aerodactyl, but I don't want to bring that in yet. I want Rana around so I can Giga Drain the Quagsire, so I think by process of elimination, I'm bringing out Lil Guy. I think it's time for Lil Guy. Rock Tomb. Oh, that's annoying. That's a lot of damage as well as being annoying. I don't know if Lairon outspeeds Donphan. I don't think it does. I don't think of Lairon as particularly fast. I want to Volt Wings the Skarmory. So I guess I'm just gonna Iron Head into Donphan. We have Sturdy at least on Lil Guy, but we'll Volt Wings the Skarmory and we'll Iron Head Donphan. Shift Gear. Okay. That's fine. That's not damage onto one of my Pokemon in a situation where both of my Pokemon can get KOs right now. That is fine. That is good. Skarmory goes down. Donphan should go down to Lair on this turn, regardless of what happens, because we have Sturdy. So, best case scenario is it hits little guy, I guess. Aerodactyl comes out, yep. Rock Tomb. Okay, Vika's gonna go down. Little guy's gonna finish off Donphan right now. So I'm going to bring in Rana first, so that we keep the Intimidate for the Quagsire, which isn't super important, but like, I want to keep my tier in back, so that we can intimidate both the Pokemon on the field at once, when it next comes out. Although this does leave me with an issue of Rana is now on the field against an Aerodactyl, which I don't love, because we're probably going to get outsped. But if it comes down to it, I think Arbok, little guy, should be Quagsire, maybe. I could also Phalanx Guard this turn to buff Rana before going for the Giga Drain. I think I just Iron Head the Aerodactyl, though. I'm really afraid of Rana getting one-shot. But this is so much damage, potentially. I'm Iron Heading the Aerodactyl, and I'm Giga Draining the Quagsire. I'm going for the obvious, super effective moves. Is this going to be my downfall? Rock Slide, yep. Plus the flinch chance on both is also really bad. Rana lives. Rana gets the Giga Drain off. Okay, that's the most important thing. This should be a ton of damage into Quagsire, right? Ah. Little guy flinched. That's bad. That's bad. That flinch right there, that's bad. That's really bad. It's now a Rock Slide KOs both of my Pokemon. This was so good until the final turn. It was so good until the final turn. Obviously, a Phalanx Guard isn't going to let us live, so I mean, we just click the same moves again. I can't believe Giga Drain did that little to Quagsire. I actually can't believe that. I know it's not stab, but like, damn. Aerodactyl goes for Bulldoze, so it doesn't risk the miss. Okay, that was kind of what I was hoping for, was the risk of miss. Rana might live. Rana lives. Okay. Okay. Rana lives. We're going to get the Intimidate off, I guess. Might help in some world, maybe. I don't know. Bulldoze from Aerodactyl is probably just going to win them the game. Giga Drain crit. If a Giga Drain crits here, we have a chance. No crit. Okay. Water Tackle. Into Arbok, which actually is more annoying, because there's probably going to be a annoying move happening this turn. Okay. I mean, Rana KOs Quagsire this turn with Giga Drain, sure, and then we have to Ice Fang into Aerodactyl, and really hope that it does super duper damage. I know it's not Dragon Flying, I know it's Rock Dragon, because we went for Crab Hammer and it was neutral. So this Ice Fang is only normal super effective, not hyper effective or anything, which is a bit of a shame, but I mean, is what it is. And we Giga Drain into Quagsire. Please go for Bulldoze. Aerodactyl, please go for Bulldoze. Rock Slide, tragic. Rana, miss Rana, miss Rana, miss Rana. Yeah, that's game. I don't think we win from here. Let's see how much Ice Fang actually does, though. That's okay. That's okay damage. If we had gotten the Giga Drain off in any way, I think we would have had a real shot at this. I do. I think we'd have had a real shot at this, but this is unfortunately going to be another loss. Very close, though. I might just see if I can get a similar ending real quick, because I do think the strategy works. If we just don't get, like, flinched, right? If we don't get flinched by the Rock Slide there on that final turn, and we get the Iron Head off into Aerodactyl, I think that's, like, all it takes for us to win. Why is it always Quagsire now? Stop bringing out the Quagsire, please. Why must you do this? Okay, we're gonna save Lyra. I'm gonna bring out Vika, because Vika can do damage to Skarmory. So can Crunch, so we're also gonna use Crunch. Crunch doesn't have that much HP left after that starting Bulldoze anyway, so I mean, the Rocky Helmet doesn't have Rocky Helmet, it has leftovers, what am I talking about? That's fine. Now Vika's gonna take all the damage. We can Crab Hammer and Volt Wings into Skarmory. Steel Wing, that's fine, that's resisted. Crit is nice. So we're gonna have a Crab Hammer going into whatever comes out now. Be Nidoking. Be Nidoking. It's entirely random. Aerodactyl. Okay, that thing taking a crab hammer. Kinda happy with it. We miss. Oh my god. Why can't I have neutral luck ever again? Oh my god, man. Okay, we crab hammer and we steel wing into the Aerodactyl and we'll see how it goes. Bulldoze. Okay. Okay, so we're at least gonna get a steel wing into it, which is nice. Now, Vika's gonna avoid it. We can bring out... I'm gonna bring out Tia because it is here for the Aerodactyl, I guess. But it's not the time when I really want to use it, I guess. See how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes. We could maybe leave Quagsire on the side as the crippled Pokemon and go back to, like, our original strategy a little bit. Steel Wing actually does very good damage on the Aerodactyl. That's really good. I did not expect that much damage from Steel Wing. Quagsire wakes up and bulldozes. That's okay. It only hits Arbok for neutral. That's fine. And it's at -1. It could be worse. It could be worse. We'll Ice Fang and Steel Wing into the Aerodactyl this turn, because it's definitely the more threatening one. And if it just comes down to Quagsire at the end, we'll still have Runner in the back with Giga Drain. It doesn't two-shot, unfortunately, when I really wish it did, but it's okay. Ice Fang is still our strongest move. Steel Wing is the strongest move. Rock Slide. Tia avoids it. Vika avoids it. Okay, that makes up for the Crab Hammer. That makes up for the Crab Hammer. Okay, that was huge. That was actually very huge. I like that. And whatever comes in next is going to take an Ice Fang. Please be Nidoking. I want Nidoking to take extra damage somehow. Donphan. Okay, unfortunate. And this is going to give me Rocky Helmet Reflect damage, which is also unfortunate. Backside Bulldozers, which again is only on Tia. So that's kind of okay. The issue is Vika doesn't do much here. Tia doesn't do much here. I really wanted Nidoking to take some extra damage, because Nidoking is the one that scares me here. I guess I'm going to Ice Fang into Donphan for baby damage. Tia's probably getting KO'd here. I expect Tia to get KO'd here. What do I have left? Lairon and Rana? And Lyra. Interesting. I'm going to Growl. I'm going to lower their attacks, because I would like to put some things to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I want to utilize Lyra a little bit. Rock Tomb onto Vika. Might KO? Doesn't quite KO. Okay. Depending on what Quagsire is doing. Quagsire has Rock Slide. Haven't even seen that yet. Okay. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize it had Rock Slide, or else I might have not clicked Growl, and I might have tried to, like, do some preservation. But that's fine. That's fine. As long as we get, like, a good sleep off here, we're in a good spot. Okay. He is going to go down to the Sandstorm. Rana can come out. Rana can Giga Drain, honestly, into Donphan. That's what I'm thinking. And we're going to try and go for some sleep. I think sleep is the way to go. So we're going to Giga Drain Donphan. And I'm going to Lullaby. Best case scenario is Giga Drain crits and I sleep both of the opposing Pokemon after Donphan's KO. That is tragic. That sucks. That sucks less, because now I could potentially sleep both. Maybe. Nidoking, Quagsire, sleep both. Sleep especially the Nidoking, but sleep both. Okay. 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 Alright. Nidoking is scarier. We target Nidoking. Nidoking is getting Psybeamed, and Nidoking is getting Bulldozed. Bulldoze will hit both. Okay. Okay. Hold. Hold. This is not how the fight was supposed to go at all, but something is happening. Plus, with the Bulldoze into Nidoking, it also means that we should be outspeeding with Rana next turn. That's very good damage. That's very good damage. I am going to Giga Drain. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Goodbye, Nidoking. Okay. Good damage into Quagsire. Is it just Quagsire left and I have 3 Pokemon? Rock Slide. A little bit annoying. I'd have preferred it to have, like, Water Tackled Lyra than potentially crit Rana, but I guess this keeps both my Pokemon alive, so that's nice. And we'll heal up with Giga Drain. I think it's just Quagsire. This ended up being kind of better than the other run. So you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's just... This fight is just a little bit inconsistent because whatever comes out second is entirely random. So you can't, like, prepare for it very well. But Giga Drain gives a good heal. There's a solid body slam. Okay, this should be fine. And the paralysis just to add some luck when I no longer need it. And Rana's gonna dodge when I no longer need it. Okay, so, sure. So I get all the luck now. That's fine. That's fine. The sleep was huge. The sleep was huge. That was a really solid lullaby. Obviously, hitting the Quagsire wasn't super important. It was just, you know, getting a sleep onto Nidoking that turn. And the Donphan KOing itself. That was huge. That mattered a lot. This was a reasonably tough fight, though. This did actually take me a good few attempts. This was maybe like 6 attempts. This is maybe attempt number 6. Most of the other attempts I reset pretty quickly when Quagsire came out second, and I was like, oh, so now my Kingler can't do much, but that was somewhat tough. Whoa, come. Really are Amy's sister. Troppo Forte. So, who's next in line? Show me what you got. Ethan and Olympia obtained the victory by a hair. I don't like the implication that they did it first try. Molto bene. I think that's what that said. You've shown off your skills like a true pro. I grant you the access to the third explosion. Another earthquake. What is going on down here? Everything all right? Yeah, but all these earthquakes aren't normal. I'll contact the other captains to gather info about this. In the meantime, state accordi. Consider it done. Second stratum cleared. Current level cap 40. Now possible to catch foes from the second stratum. We'll probably want to be a little bit of a higher level for that. I think right now we wrap things up because I've been fighting this guy for like an hour. But for next episode, maybe we go back on another boating adventure and find ourselves some new areas, perhaps. So we will see. If you guys have enjoyed this fight, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, bye.